And you did a really, really good job. And that's something that we're going to have to continue to utilize, right? We did a great job. We made offensive rebounds. We outscored on second chance points. 21 assists on 33 made y'all. Shot distribution was really good. Just overall, like, strong team effort. We talked about it all year. We're resilient and we're deep. And both of those things allow us to do that other people might not think we can, right? We are big. We are present enemies. Yeah, no doubt.
What do you do when your superstar Caitlin Clark is sidelined, yet your team still dismantles its biggest rival? The Indiana Fever just delivered the answer with a commanding 92-70 victory over the Chicago Sky. Shattering 6 records along the way tonight, Aaliyah Boston, Lexie Hull, Aaliyah Smith, and Kelsey Mitchell turned the court into their stage, dominating every possession and leaving Angel Reese's squad completely outmatched and disoriented. Fever fans, drop a "I've got the fever" in the comments. Let's go.
Folks, yet again, the Indiana Fever faced the Chicago Sky, and yet again, we whoop that. Oh boy. 92-70, it was a whole party.
Picture going up for a layup only to realize the rim has practically disappeared because a human wall just shut you down. That's exactly what Chicago faced every time Aaliyah Boston guarded the paint. She now ranks 3rd in Fever history for career blocks, piling up 132 in just 112 games. That's not a fluke, it's consistent. Elite defense from a player only in her 3rd season.
Chicago can really use a bucket here just to maintain stride for stride with Indiana here. Cardoso, they go inside. She's been the most sure option. This time blocked by Boston.
What made it even sweeter for Indiana fans? They pulled it off without Caitlin Clark. The easy prediction was that without their star floor general, the Fever's defense would crumble and the paint would be wide open for Chicago's bigs. Instead, Boston turned it into a no-fly zone. Early in the first quarter, as Chicago tried to push the tempo, she swatted away a layup so cleanly the ball shot back to midcourt. That wasn't just a defensive stop-it, flipped the game's energy. On the spot, giving Indiana momentum, they never surrendered.
Aaliyah Boston, she remembers the days at South Carolina. The practices at South Carolina, beating up on good old Camila Cardoso. She sees Camila Cardoso and she says, oh, this is food. This is a matchup I can continue to be aggressive on. This is a player that no matter how good Camila may be or may not be, I will always be able to own her. And own her she did. Own her she did.
For Boston's timing is nothing short of remarkable. She averages well over a block per game, yet almost never gambles herself out of position. That discipline forces opponents to think twice before even attacking the rim. By the second half, Chicago had abandoned drives altogether, settling for awkward mid-range, attempts clearly worn down from repeated rejections inside. That's the mark of an elite paint anchor, reshaping an opponent's entire offensive approach.
JB moved up to 3rd all-time for Fever franchise blocks.
And Chicago. They had no answers. Possession after possession. They attacked the paint and came up empty. Missed shots turned into Indiana rebounds, and the Sky began to look desperate. Every failed attempt only made Boston's presence loom larger in their minds. Add in the fact that this came during a heated rivalry game, and you're looking at a milestone that's more than just a statement.
Not afraid to start the break. 2-on-4. The math doesn't work out. Cunningham thought about it. Kicks it up top. Boston. Handing off to Mitchell. Mitchell, plenty of space. This time back to Boston. Boston. Whoa, moving furniture. Getting the layup.
This was about setting the tone in one of the most important games of the season. Boston's dominance didn't just help secure the win, it powered a 22-point rout that left the Sky frustrated and shut down on their own drives. And while Boston controlled the paint, another Fever standout made sure Chicago couldn't find daylight on the perimeter, picking off passes, sinking buckets, and hitting 2 milestones of her own along the way.
Coming off the screen, trying to create some separation. 2 dumps up to Boston. It trickles in.
How often do you see a player hit a defensive milestone and light up the scoreboard in the same game? That's exactly what Lexie Hull did against Chicago. She didn't just record her 100th career steals, she turned the night into her own highlight reel. And this wasn't a subtle milestone either. It was a statement that she's evolved into, a legitimate two-way force that opposing guards can't afford to overlook.
Hunt through steal. And 9 points.
With Caitlin Clark sidelined and both Ari McDonald and Sydney Colson out for the season due to injuries, Hull's role became much heavier. She wasn't just soaking up minutes, she was tasked with stretching the floor, locking down the perimeter, and keeping the offense in rhythm. That's a tall order for any player, but she looked like she'd been preparing for it all year. Hull poured in 17 points on 509 shooting, including 4 makes on 6 attempts from deep. Each one felt like a gut punch to the sky and capped off the night with a new season.
Williams gonna have to hurry off the dribble, rolls out. Oh, open 3. Oh, what a sight for Lexie Hull. She has needed that one to drop.
Lexie Hull catching fire.
Now Chicago just needs to get it a little bit more settled here in the half court. Nurse loses it. Mitchell 2-on-1. It's a foot race. Mitchell to Cunningham. Cunningham right there for 2 more.
Chicago tried to chase Hull off the three-point line, but her release was simply too quick. Early in the second half, she buried a corner triple over a fully extended defender, forcing the Sky into frantic rotations. By the fourth quarter, with the Fever firmly in control, she stepped back and drilled another from well beyond the arc, sending the crowd into a frenzy. That bucket didn't just add to the lead, it drove home the reality that Chicago had nothing left in the tank.
Again, no Sydney Colson out for the year with the ACL tear. Lexie Hull, though, the bucket and the foul. He's dealt with so much scoring at the city lately.
Yeah, terrific baseline execution. She comes off the curl. Tell you what, this Fever team is going to be very dangerous, no matter the roster.
Lexie Hull, keep checking her napalm era right now.
Her defense was just as locked in as her offense. That 100th steal wasn't the result of a lazy pass, it came from anticipating the action, reading the ball handler perfectly and taking it clean to flip the possession. After the game, teammates said they trust her shot every time she releases it, and the way she played made it clear why. Her confidence was contagious. The bench stayed on its feet, the fans kept buzzing, and the energy never dipped. Hull proved she can swing momentum on both ends of the floor, even without being the headline star. Her scoring run didn't just protect Indiana's lead, it turned an already lopsided contest into a full-blown statement win that left Chicago reeling.
Lexie, that final 3-pointer kind of felt like a perfect end of that night. Just, if you could just talk to me about the celebration, how much of a relief that was for you, just kind of to punctuate it like that.
I mean, it's fun. You know, that the crowd was behind us today. It's fun to walk out of the gym on a high note and on a make. And yeah, I mean, I saw the time going down, so I was trying to pull out my inner Kelsey Mitchell.